Hey guys, in this video I want to talk about how you can get promoted to a senior engineer. So if I have to hire a senior engineer or if I have to get someone promoted to senior engineer, these are the skills I'm looking for. Also, I'll be speaking with my perspective as a software engineer at Uber and Directai previously. This is what I've seen and this is what I have heard from senior engineers. So let's start with an example. This is roughly 5 years ago when I was working at Uber. We had a database which was costing us a lot because its performance was very poor, and when we were trying to improve its performance, all we could do was scale it out. So we are buying more and more machines, and eventually someone from the infra team came and said that, guys, your database cost is like really high, we need you to bring this down. So our engineering manager told us that we need to optimize our DB queries, we need to somehow make our system more efficient. So two answers came. Okay, one of them was from my colleague. He had as many years of experience from me. He's an ex-Microsoft guy, joined Uber, obviously very smart. He had this idea that maybe we can use predictive analytics. So when a user logs in, we look at their history, the last 10 queries that they've run, and then what we do is we predict what kind of query they'll find now. Like Netflix, you can think of movies being fetched in the ISP box close to your country. The second person had an idea, which was user cache. When a person fires a query, cache the query. Next time if it is reused, we will make a saving. If it's not reused, eventually it will get kicked out of cache. Which idea do you think was selected? Okay, the second idea was selected. It was much simpler, it was much faster to implement. And I'm taking this example, it's an extreme example, but the second idea was from a person who's currently working at Google as a senior engineer, and they are famous for creating CRUD apps with the simplest possible code. Okay, there's nothing complex about the code that they write. The only thing that they are well known for is they keep solutions very simple, and their solutions are reasonably well tested. Okay, so from this example, I think you're getting a general idea of what senior engineers are like. When given a challenge, when given a problem, they try to find easy, simple solutions. Simple is extensible, simple is easy to explain, simple is usually quite cheap also. So that's what they choose, that's what senior engineers choose. And they make sure that the solution runs. So maybe they don't have 100% test coverage, but manually they'll check if their solution is working. Now, as an engineering manager, you are not very concerned with numbers like test coverage. Okay, you may be interested if someone puts pressure on you, but primarily you're interested in performance. That if code goes to prod, it doesn't create a scene, and you have a reputation as a manager to maintain, so things don't break. Your reputation indirectly is being set by your senior engineers. So if your senior engineers have a reputation of their code not breaking, eventually your reputation will also be the same thing. And lastly, senior engineers are not very bothered about learning a lot of new things. So this might sound counterintuitive, but they really care only about the business impact. If this project, however boring it sounds, is going to save $10 million, they'll go for it. They don't care if they're going to create a CRUD app. They don't care if they have to fire a query, they have to just rewrite the query. They'll do it. Boring work that no one else wants to pick up, as long as it's going to make their senior very happy in terms of just the cost savings or sometimes bringing an opportunity, they'll do it. Okay, so complaining the least when it comes to poor APIs, for existing poor code, for poor design, that is a hallmark of a senior engineer again. They look at really horrendous systems and they're able to control their emotions, regulate their emotions, and go ahead and perform like professionals. It's something that, I mean, when you think of doctors, right, you look at people who have not taken care of their body for maybe 10, 15, 20 years. Even dentists, they look at the teeth of people like me, right? And then they say that, what's been going on here? But they're professional. They look at the problem and they look at what are the possible solutions given this context, and they go ahead and implement the simpler solutions that they can. So in short, if you're looking to get promoted to a senior engineering position, 1, do boring stuff if necessary. 2, keep things simple. Keep things easy to understand, easy to explain, easy to test also. And 3, build a reputation for reliable code, reliable projects. If you say this project will go on the 30th, it will, and most likely it will not crash on prod. Even if it does, you will check the logs and you'll fix it quickly. So your word has a lot of weight. And eventually you'll see this being reflected in your manager's behavior, in your peers' behavior. You are going to be getting the plum projects also, but even more importantly, you're going to get the projects which make an impact, which people care about, which leads to promotions. So all the best. Thank you so much for watching this. Do let me know your comments. This is my perspective and what I've observed, but it's possible that you have observed something different at work. So let me know. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.